Yeah, Priya, you can unmute yourself, start your audio and video and your presentation. You introduce yourself. In the meanwhile, anyone else is willing to present or yet to present, you can share your details in chat box. We'll take it up immediately after this presentation.
Is it visible, sir, now?
Main findings. Yeah, now it's first slide.
Myself, Priya is the research scholar from Worldsocialworkday University. I think the time is too late, but thanks a lot for the opportunity, and they have informed us where they will give the time. So thank you so much, and they are doing a wonderful job for the social workers. Now I would like to present care and support needs for the elderly with a disability, a scope review. Here, as we all know that the age increases, our needs are also increases. And because of the problems affecting like disabilities or discomforts, so that time we will try to depend on others. So there is a need of care and support assistance. So the researchers try to point out there should be need of care and support for the elderly people as well as for the elderly with the disability. And a scoping review has been conducted. Like there are so many reviews which is existing in the current scenario, but we have identified what are reviews which is currently focusing on and giving the scope of how we can implement such kinds of care and support needs. I already mentioned about my bio, and co-author is Dr. J.O. Jeridan Nanjan Eljo. She is working as the Associate Professor in the Department of Social Work, Worldsocialworkday University. Coming to the introductory part, the care and support needs are intimately tied to the elderly with a disability. And advancing age, as I mentioned, advancing age increases problems and impairments in the psychosomatic and behavioral aspect. In the psychological aspects, we can say like depression, anxiety, stress, strain, so much of psychological problems they will be facing. They will always show withdrawal nature from pleasurable activities. At the same time, somatic problems will be taken place, like they will face mobility problems, and they cannot even walk, talk. At the same time, sometimes they will be completely bedridden. And the behavior aspects, there are so many family members in residing with them, or there is nobody to take care of the elderly people, and there is no caregivers to support the elderly people. So that time also behavioral problems will be emerged. They cannot, even if they are they cannot have a person to talk or freely or ventilate their emotions. That also emerge and leads to behavioral problems. It also leads to the incidence of disabilities that affect the overall functioning of the person. And if we have, each and every one of us has problems, but when the particular problem threaten our adequacy of the life, then it will be problematic. So we will seek help from hospitals or such kinds of functionaries. So here also it will make disabilities and And so in the case of the elderly, 60 years and above, they have issues related to physical movements, inability to do daily activities, and always shows dependency on others for satisfying their basic needs. Increasing the severity of the disability that parallelly increases their dependency towards others. A new estimation reported that half of the older people who are above 60 to 65 residing in the UK are having prolonged physical and psychological health problems. So here in this court itself, we can identify that there is a must need of care and support assistance. So this was taken from Office for National Statistics UK 2014. And coming to the methodology, in this study, the research tried to conduct a scoping review. As I mentioned, I have sorted it out by different stages and related to the care and support needs of the elderly with the disabilities. First, by identify the questionnaires, questions, what all are the research gaps, and then sort it out and collected the reviews based on this scope, how much it will be essential for the current scenario, and then we have evaluated. The research design used in the study is descriptive and was deemed to collect suitable literature reviews from national and international sources. This research study particularly focusing on a specific area, and it allows the researchers to conduct a systematic investigation of literature, focusing on secondary sources of data. We couldn't even done a primary way of collecting the information. Secondary sources is purely used for the study. And coming to the objectives, the researcher include 50 studies for the scoping review. Here in the 50 studies, published articles are used, 25 published articles are used, and 25 grey literatures are used, like magazines and unpublished sort of things. And the problems and challenges associated with the lack of care and support needs from the part of caregivers, family members, as well as the healthcare professionals has been taken from the 25 articles of grey literatures. And coming to the main findings of the study, major findings of this study are divided according to key areas that are directly connected to the care and support needs of the elderly with a disability. And it is based on the ICF classification, like International Classification of Functioning Disability. The major findings is sorted out based on the psychological, under the body functions, activities, participation of the elderly with the disabilities, and along with the factors that influence the environment where the elderly with the disability resides. If we can see, like, if a person is having a physical issue, elderly with a disability has a physical issue, and they have admitted in the hospital, and after the treatment they have like the doctors itself have given medicines, and they will inform what all are the treatments which they need to follow. But when they reach to the environment which is not favorable for them to survive, then that problem will be worse. So the environment also, as a social worker, we should need to know whether the environment is comfortable for them to survive. And coming to the discussion, the scoping review aims to understand and identify the care and support needs. After reviewing all the literature incorporated in the study, the researcher identified important areas like health, physical, social, and psychological aspects, as well as mobility and self-care. Always we have to inform them about what all are the services which is available. At the same time, we should have to aware them about how they can care about themselves. I am actually moving so fast because of the time. And here in this summary, the study has given an overview of the care and support needs of the elderly with a disability. It is evident from this scoping review that elderly with disabilities are facing a lot of discomforts, physical, social, and psychological aspect. At the same time, they are facing financial problems too, at home, in the society, and also in the working environment. So this is the study which I have done. Due to the time constraints,
Congratulations, Priya. It was a very insightful session.
Thank you so much, sir.
Aging population is increasing across the world. We have life expectancy has also increased. So we need to have, more care professionals infrastructure for aging population also. So this is very much relevant, pertinent, and congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, so anyone else is there to present, or we shall conclude it here? Okay, then if no one else is there, quickly fill up the feedback form so that we can end the session. Feedback form has been raised in the form of polls. Everyone quickly attend to the feedback form. And we thank each and everyone for joining us for this international conference. And we express our sincere gratitude to each one of them, entire team, and all the presenters and all the participants for joining us and making this conference a great success. And this success belongs to each one of us. Let's celebrate this success by participating, by presenting in more programs and creating more events. Thank you.
Excuse me, sir. Sorry for the interruption.
Yes.
I couldn't type in the feedback form, sir.
You are co-host now. Just a second. Host and co-host will not be able to. Now you can fill it up.
Thank you, sir. Sir, can we leave, sir?
Yes, ma. If you have filled the feedback form,
Yes, sir.
we leave the plan.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you, everyone. Take care. Good night.